Hi, so here's the spreadsheet that we created earlier, and what I want to do is just quickly go through and I'll recreate the sheet so I can talk you through the steps. So I've gone onto sheet 2 as a quick way of finding a new place, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type Monday into that cell, and then I could go across and type Tuesday, but as we said that is rather too much work for me. So what I've actually got here, in the bottom corner of that cell, I've got a little black cross. If I point there, then the cursor will change to a little black cross, and then I can pick it up and I can drag it across to Saturday and to Sunday, okay, and then release. Now, if I carried on dragging it across, then it would actually repeat and go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I can carry on putting that across if I wish to. Down the side here, I said I was going to spend my money on coffee, milk, and sugar. So there I've got my 3 items, and then what I can do is I can go in here and put in the various entries that I want. So I don't know, £2.70 for a coffee, £1.30 for my milk. Oops, let me put a full stop in there. £1.30 for my milk, and my sugar was 99 pence, so 0.99. Okay. Now, what we then said was that these do not look like financial amounts. So I can put my cursor onto one and click, and that would actually make that look like a financial amount. Now, what I could also do is highlight the area that I want to use and click onto that, and it would turn the entire area so it was formatted as money. So that can make my life just that little bit easier. The second thing we said is that we'd like to put a total in. So I'm going to put a heading in so I know what I'm doing. That will be the first. And then I want to be able to put a total in. Now here I can go and click on this automatic sum button. And if I click onto there, then I can see with this dotted line how much has actually been highlighted, and it has caught all the cells that I want. So then I can just press the enter key on my keyboard, and that has now entered that onto my system. Now, the other thing we can use the drag function for is to actually move this across. So I can drag that across the sheet all the way across and release, and what that has done is added in a new way of summing up. But notice how that says sum B3 to B6, so that's B3, B4, B5 and B6. If I look on this one, then it's got C3 to C6. So it's intelligently updated this system to allow me to get my numbers in. So I can actually say, well, on Tuesday I had a coffee, and Wednesday was the same, I had coffee, Saturday I had coffee, Sunday I had 3 lots of milk, so I spent £3.90 on milk. And so as you can see, as I'm going across here, I can add in these various updates. Now again, I could highlight this range and declare that I want all of that to appear as money as well. So as I'm going across the sheet, it's starting to actually make all of these numbers mean something and make sense. Now we also said that we wanted a great total, so I can click here and click onto my auto sum, and that has highlighted that entire area, and so I can click and find that my total spend for the week on coffee, tea and milk, coffee, milk and sugar has been £16.99. The other thing I can do as well is if I click here and put a new column in called totals, if I point to here, again I can use the auto sum function to click, but this time notice how it hasn't actually highlighted the entire area. It's actually come across until it reached a space and then it stopped. So what I need to do is, while that is still highlighted, I can go and highlight and tell it the precise area that I want it to sum. And there I've now got it, and it's got £10.80 across. Now again, I could just use that little arrow there to drop down, and that will actually give me totals across. So there we are. I've got a fairly simple way of building a quick little spreadsheet, and the only difference between this and a more complex one is the amount of topics I've got down here, but everything is in there to be able to build that simple spreadsheet. Now the final question was around calculating VAT. So if I want to calculate the VAT that's due on a number, then what I would do is place my cursor in the cell where I want the answer. I press the equal sign, and then I would point to the cell that holds the value that I want to use, and then to actually get the percentage sign for VAT, it's multiply, which is Shift 8, and by 20%, and that tells me that there is £3.40 due on a £16.99 spend. Okay, I think that covers everything that we looked at today. I hope you find that useful, and I look forward to seeing you next week when we'll do a bit more.